Hey guys, so seeing as Civil War comes out in about less than 3 months, I'm here to do issues 1 through 7 leading up to the movie. So without wasting too much time, here is Civil War issue number 1, and let's get started. So the issue pretty much starts off with a bunch of reality television, like low-level Avengers, I guess they call them C-list heroes. So they're here to raid a house filled with a bunch of villains that are on the FBI most wanted list. So they're obviously way out of their league, but they're like, hey, we're gonna get paid for this, we're doing this for views, so it doesn't matter. They're really full of themselves. But it turns out bad because they are spotted, and one of the villains goes in the house and warns everyone, get your costumes on, it's a raid, and we're gonna have to get ready to fight. So the fight goes bad the first half, then they get the upper hand when Namorita throws with Nitro against a school bus right next to a school. Obviously this is going to turn out bad. He pretty much tells her, you're way out of your league, and he pretty much blows up the school bus and causes the entire city block to explode along with everyone in it. And they make that very clear that the school bus is right next to a school with kids playing outside. So this right here is what actually sparked Civil War. This incident right here, because it's pretty bad. So the next scene we get is all the Avengers, Fantastic Four, pretty much everyone there is cleaning up the mess, and they're all kind of talking about like, alright, so after this we're going to have to take some huge steps in doing something with the way we run the superhero world, because there is no way you can justify an entire city block killing kids, adults, just a whole bunch of people. And it's actually Goliath who says, yeah, we can't justify this. So the next scene we have is at a funeral / memorial for everyone who died, and you get Miriam Sharp kind of yelling at Tony Stark like, this is your fault, you're a scumbag for being here, you have no right to be here, you're a hypocrite, get out of here. And Tony's like, it's not my fault, I had nothing to do with that team. But she's like, you fund the Avengers, you're pretty much like one of the first superheroes who started all this, so you're responsible for keeping all this going. And that really helps him pick a side and realize that everything is kind of at a bad place right now. After this, the whole Civil War Registration Act starts building up, and you get all the heroes kind of starting to pick sides. They're all kind of discussing what's going to happen to the community, what they're going to have to do. And then you get Falcon on one side, you get Yellow Jacket on Stark's side, and you kind of get to see where everyone stands on this. Obviously, Spider-Man starts off on Cap's side, you get all that kind of stuff. And then it cuts to Captain America on the SHIELD helicarrier, and he's surrounded by a whole bunch of armed guards, and they're telling him, look, we want you to round up everyone who's not going to registrate and bring them into us. Obviously, Cap does not agree with this, and then the Winter Soldier kind of scene, they start attacking him. He jumps off the helicarrier and escapes because he doesn't agree with it. And the last scene, there's a big protest in Washington, D.C., and they're kind of realizing things are getting out of hand, because at this point when Cap jumped off the helicarrier, he's officially a vigilante, no longer a superhero. So he's gone into hiding, and they're all looking for him. But at the protest, you see that Tony Stark, Yellow Jacket, and Mr. Fantastic, which are the key players one of the key players in this whole Civil War thing that's going on, they're like, don't worry about it, Mr. President, leave Captain America to us. So the sides are pretty much officially forming here. Obviously you have Iron Man's side, and then you're having a Captain America who right now is kind of on his own, but you already see the people that are going to join his side just due to the nature of everything that's happening and the way they live their lives. Because, I mean, you can't register because you're going to have to reveal your identity, and that's no good for anyone. So that is pretty much issue 1. It really sets up everything really fast. It really does not waste any time. The school bus explodes. Everything just kind of sets off a chain of events that leads to Iron Man and everyone about to hunt down Captain America, who was one of the first Avengers. So overall, it really was a good issue. I like that it's really fast paced. They don't waste any time setting too much stuff up. They're like, alright, this happened, and it leads to this, and this is what you're gonna get. This is what the story is. So it's really fast paced. It expects you to know what's going on. and the writing and art is phenomenal here. So I'd say I have to give this issue a overall 8 out of 10.